Hello, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in today. Oh, I'm really excited to get started on Death Stranding. Hi Fizz, how are you doing? Um, so yeah, just for some clarification's sake, I did play the original release of Death Stranding. So I do know basically everything that goes on in the game. However, I will like to request, and I put it in the tags that we keep this playthrough spoiler-free in the chat as much as possible, just for anybody watching Death Stranding for the first time, because it's a pretty cool game, and I don't want to. I don't want all the surprises to be taken away before the game itself reveals them. Anyways, let's go ahead and swap over, and let's get started. I'll also probably be silent most of the cutscenes unless like I think there's something like really really funny going on or something, just because they stand on their own, and I typically like to be quiet for cutscenes as much as possible. We'll also not be importing any save data from Death Stranding, just because we are going to be playing this from the start for the first time. Sorry, we're going to be playing a new game on this stream here, so we won't be importing any save files. Um, I don't remember what I put the game on when I first played it. Make the MD of all your. I'll play it on hard, I think. I want to say, um, let's leave. Let's go large. And I've already gone ahead and reconfigured all the options, so they should be good. Oh boy. There's just a bunch of extra stuff, I guess. Because I completed the game previously. Or because I bought the director's cut or something, I don't know. We'll take a look at that when we get access to our customization, which will probably take a little while. This game is a very, very slow start. So just sit back and enjoy. A little nervous that it's stuck on 50%. I did run the game, I didn't actually try to start a new game. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we want to be about there. All right. This is born under constellations of Cancer, Pisces, Satis, Delphinus, and Gigas. Great. You've nearly beaten the game and watched a friend do the rest. Love it. I know, it's so good. The rope, along with the stick, are two of mankind's oldest tools. The stick to keep the bad away, the rope used to string the good towards us. They were our first friends, of our own invention. Whether there are people, there are the rope and the stick.
Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
Rain, heavy clothes, dirty eyes, sweaty clothes, the routine that I've learned to understand and know
Hi, Mana. How are you doing? Good to see you. What are you up to right now?
I'm not here. There must be some mistake. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious.
Studying vocal synth stuff? That's awesome. I hope everything goes well. Have you ever played Death Stranding before? It is so good. I'm so excited to be able to play it again. Oh no, that deer didn't make it.
No. Great. Fuck.
Okay, sorry, I just wanted to test alt-tabbing out real quick, as well as give Mana a shout-out, because she does good stuff, even if some of it was Hunt Down the Freeman, like her chat requested. You're welcome. Anyways, so now we're in the game. We can move around, and if we press in the triggers, we'll actually grip our hands together to stabilize ourselves. There's something weird degradation with the controls after 3 hours, at least there was from me. Oh, weird. I don't know that I ever noticed that, but I'll have to keep my eye on that. And you'll see, we have to be very careful. We can also carry, yeah, we're picking up cargo that we're going to have to deliver here. And basically this entire game's about delivering cargo, so we have to make sure to keep it very, very safe. And so you'll notice me, especially when we're walking across this very rocky terrain in the rain, that I will very often be just like constantly pushing in the triggers.
Good way out the rain over there.
You'll definitely notice. Okay, just because it really helps keep your balance. We do little delivering, bruh. I hope you're doing good.
I think they're gone. What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard. Tears. A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2, then.
What are you doing here?
Trying to stay dry. Same as you. Timefall's let up. My name is Fragile.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
That right? Sam Porter Bridges. The man who delivers. You want it? A crypto byte a day keeps the timefall away. Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Yeah, I thought Fragile Express had plenty of people.
Plenty of traitors. Not much left of us now, save for a few honest folks. And on top of that, not much left of me either. Got soaked from neck to toe.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries, that's all.
This is Bridges Central Dispatch. Freelance contractor Sam Porter Bridges. Receiver is standing by for drop.
Headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long. The timefall fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
Okay, let's get to it. So, a couple things. Hi Ocean, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So, a couple things. First of all, yeah, it's going to tell us about the blood and stamina gauge. We don't really need to worry about that right at this moment unless we take a nasty fall. You are BB-less. Oh no. Watching from your phone? Okay. And the modern art looking umbrella. I really love the mechanical design in this game so much. It's so good. And yeah, those grubs look mighty delicious, but they're also friends.
Rain, here it goes. Dirty eyes, sweaty clothes. New routine, better plan. Do I understand?
Oh. Sorry, dear. Make a lot of gorilla noises. Sam does? He grunts a lot. And you'll see me use the scanner. It'll get explained a little bit more, but basically just kind of tells us how dangerous each the terrain that we're going to cross is, and like how uneven it is. Blue is okay for when we're crossing the water. Any deeper than blue, I think, and then we start to have some serious problems. But we can make it just fine. Also, I love low roars so much. It's first heard it playing Death Stranding, and I really like their music.
Don't be so serious.
A bunch of boxes, like I probably got like gorilla too. Yeah. I mean, Sam will make plenty of other weird noises too, so if you like hearing Norman Reedus make a bunch of weird sounds, you're in luck. Good music. Oh, I know, it's so good. I do kind of wish that they let you just like play the music whenever. Like, I don't know why Sam doesn't have like a. I don't know why Sam doesn't have a like a music player with them. I would go crazy if I was out here without one. Also, we can eat a grubby of our own. If I can get back around to the interact point.
Don't be so serious.
Nope, I guess there are no more grubbies to get.
Don't be so serious.
There we go. There's a grubby.
Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious.
Tasty crypto babies.
Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious.
Let's go ahead and let's cross the river here. And should be a fairly easy journey to the dispatch station. I really love the environments in this game. They don't look very much like most of America. They honestly kind of remind me of like the coastline of like Newfoundland, personally. But I think mostly Hideo Kojima was inspired by taking a trip to Greenland. Yes. No, sorry, Iceland. Too pretty for most of the US. Yeah. Does it look like outside your house? Nice. Okay, let's get up on these rocks. So I think yellow is yellow where we start to just like, oh no, yellow is where we start to lose our balance and we start to get swept away, but it's fine. So we'll just take a quick detour through this yellow, and once we're here, it's fine. We can just trudge right through this. Whoa, 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 whoa. And yeah, you'll start to lose your balance sometimes, and the best thing to do is to stop, or to either to stop or push in the opposite direction and brace yourself by pushing down on both triggers. And that will help you. That'll help you not fall over. Oh damn, there's a lot of... You know what? Parkour off the rocks. I mean, Sam's pretty mobile. He doesn't do like a ton of jumping, but... Picking up packages along the way, yeah, that's this entire game, is picking up packages and bringing them where they're supposed to go. And you'll notice there's an icon here that says 40 thumbs up. we are in the point where somehow one of the main sources of motivation in this game is to get likes. So we need to worry about getting that's how we're rewarded instead of currency. Because oh. Yep. Okay. We do have to be careful about running downhill, because if we want to come to a sudden stop, it might be difficult, especially down a very steep hill. Think about your YouTube statistics. Exactly. Well, the nice thing is that much like real life, once you get a certain amount of likes, it does make your stats noticeably better. And so it is in our best interest to try and get as many likes as possible. Okay, I can't. Whoops. Okay, I can't reorganize my cargo right at this moment. Can I? No. No, I can't,
Beginning scan. Cargo verified.
So we'll just have to take it easy. Normally I would just go into the pause menu and reorganize my cargo, but I can't right now, so everything just gets kind of stacked on top of each other. Because I would love to put this larger container underneath this smaller container, because that does make it easier to balance, but that's fine. We'll just brace ourselves and take it easy, because we're almost there. Train stats from your followers. Oh god. Is that what being an internet celebrity is like? Oh. And yeah, you'll notice when we start to put a lot of stuff on, it gets really heavy. Okay. So we can complete our order of 4 smart drugs, and then also we're returning all of these for some extra likes, which are lost cargoes. And sometimes we'll actually find players' lost cargo in the world, and we can actually, so if we like take a tumble or something, we can lose our cargo, and if we don't manage to pick it up, then other players who are playing the game can actually retrieve it for us and take it to a delivery point, which is a really cool interaction.
What took you so long? It's not like the legend to come in late.
Had to wait out the storm. Lost my bike.
Sounds like you've been through the ringer. Luckily, our goods are in perfect condition. Well, you did keep us waiting, but everything else seems to be in perfect order, so great work. We'll be awaiting the next delivery.
And of course, the less damage our cargo takes, the better we're rewarded. And we traveled 1.5 kilometers. Not bad. And then a bunch of cargo that we can turn in for extra likes. I'm going to turn the auto skip on. There we go. And then we have a whole stats page that we can fill out. Our stats are recorded as well. All good stuff.
Special commission for Sam Porter Bridges. Priority 1.
And scary monsters out there. Everyone's kind of learned to deal with them. And that's why porters are so important. Because they're really the only people who will actually go out and deliver stuff, despite the fact that there are very scary monsters out there.
Bridges corpse disposal. Sam Porter, I presume? Right. Not the touchy-feely type. Documents said you had some kind of phobia.
Bridges corpse disposal? What happened?
Look, gotta get a move on. I'll explain as we go. Come on. Come and take a look.
Yo, check it out. Look at this body.
He's got a date with the incinerator.
How long since he flatlined?
We don't know the exact TOD, but I'd say it's been upwards of 40 hours.
He wasn't quarantined.
Not sick. This is a suicide.
Oh, Jesus.
We're just lucky we found him at all. Got him on ice ASAP, but who knows when he'll go necro.
Where you taking him?
Closest incinerator's to the north.
This route's crawling with BTs. Sure you can't use another?
I wish I could, but there's no time.
Then just burn the poor bastard right here.
And put all that chiralium in the air so close to town? Can't do it.
Better that than trying for the incinerator.
Hey, we can do this. We just need someone like you with dooms.
Well, he's already in the first stages of necrosis. If we don't hurry, this place is a crater.
Yeah,
So
that's
how about it?
necrosis,
Can we
which is a
count on
medical
you?
term. So it's not zombie mode, it's just literally what happens when you
Then
die.
Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Sam. Just Sam. And I can't spot BTs. Just sense them.
That's why we came prepared.
A bridge baby, huh?
With its helping you, we'll be able to stay one step ahead of them.
Basically, they explode.
Makes me feel like shit every time.
Well, you are plugging into the other side. Freaks me out, too.
Roll out! Well, the world was different when I was a kid. America was a country. Anybody could go anywhere they damn well pleased. No need for couriers like yourself. We had highways, airplanes. Hell, we could even visit other countries. Hard to imagine it now. As you can see, the Death Stranding poked us full of holes. Fucked us beyond all recognition. And if you were lucky enough to survive, the timefall came and washed you away. Then those freaks from the beach showed up. Worlds of the living and the dead all mixed together. And that's when folks started holing up in the cities. Couriers like yourself got put up on a pedestal.
That can't be good.
Son of a bitch. Rainbow!
How much further to the incinerator? This guy's about to pop.
Shit. We're gonna have to cut to the BTs. The engine's stalled.
Those assholes got us right where they want us. Get us out of here.
Sam, can you see anything?
No, nothing.
BB must be busted or something. They're here. I can't get you out! Sam!
Shut up. Don't even breathe.
Will this all get explained later? Yes, it will. Don't worry. This game was directed by Hideo Kojima, so there's going to be a lot of cutscenes. And I'm going to try and remain mostly silent through them.
Falling down, land and bridges falling down, my fair lady.
We return to life from the place known as the Seam when killed. So, Sam is, in some respects, immortal, but this does have some drawbacks and some limitations that we'll see. Maybe.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
Not boyfriend Mads Mikkelsen. Oh yes. If you like Mads, there's a lot of Mads in this game. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm just gonna go grab some more tea really quick before we get started with the next part, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's get to it. Thanks, Ocean.
Oh, you're awake. So, how does it feel to be back in the world of the living? Don't worry. I'm a doctor. Well, a coroner, originally. Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead. Not like you, of course. Contrary to the name, I've never actually died. I would advise against that. I'm no expert, but I can assure you it's for your own protection. See?
So I'm a prisoner.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all connected.
They just also work as handcuffs.
Oh, us.
Yup. Bridges. Humanity's best hope for the future. Or avoiding extinction, if you prefer.
Right. Where am I? What time is it?
Watch me. Try pressing it against your skin, like this. Relax. That just means your body's got a good connection to the cufflink. Look, look. The cuffs will watch over you 24 hours a day. That is to say, we will. We're here to help.
What the hell? 2 days?
During that time, we took the liberty of collecting fluid samples from you. You're a repatriate. That makes you very special.
What happened to the CD guys?
Central Knot was obliterated in the Annihilation. Game over, man. Place is a crater. The only ones to get it continue were you, for obvious reasons, and your broken bridge baby.
Is it all right?
It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redefort, every soul in Central Knot City. We're at our base, in Capital Knot City now. Or should I say, our new headquarters. Sudbury seemed the logical choice. But our implementation team has been decimated, and there's only so much they can do in 2 days. Things here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and his support team were out of town at the time, so the chain of command remains intact. I hate to do this so soon, but I have a job for you. This stencil is from when you repatriated? What's the other mark from?
A clingy woman in a cave.
I see. Aphenphosmphobia. No wonder you were out there alone, where no one could touch you. I'll try to be more careful, Sam. So, the job is an urgent delivery. I need you to bring the president some morphine.
What president? America's gone. You talking about the mayor of Central Knot?
No, not the mayor. America lives on, Sam. The president is in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time.
Why me?
Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
Why don't you do it?
Because I'm not really here. Apologies. This is just a chiralgram. And here, come the tears. Allergic reaction to the chiral transmission. I'm actually over in the isolation ward in the big triangle building. Here is the morphine. Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Come on. You got morphine there. What's this about? Tell me the truth.
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see you in person. Are you really about to say no? Very good. I'll see you in the isolation ward.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
delivery order for Sam Porter Bridges. Request transport of morphine to isolation ward for immediate administration to the president.
I don't know what's wrong with my chat box sometimes. So, yeah, I just put another one in. Also, why does it look like it's running so chunky? It looks like it's okay now. Okay, alright, I don't know what's going on with my chat box sometimes. I walk away for like a couple of minutes and then it's like, oh, well, sorry. So, beyond just carrying things on our back, we can also carry things with our hands. I did just kick it, so I've done a little bit of damage to the cargo, but it's fine. The only problem with doing this is that it means that we cannot support ourselves by pressing our... So you can see I can support myself with my left hand, but I can't support myself with my right hand. So it's in our best interest to carry as much cargo as possible on our back.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Anyway, so like a lot of stuff just happened, but the important thing to note... Oh, never mind.
Check the map on your cufflinks if you're lost, Sam. The isolation word should be pretty obvious. If you're not sure how to get there, you can set markers and draw routes too. Try it out and you'll see what I mean.
Okay. So we can put a map marker, and that will kind of give us a little bit of GPS. Oh, and then also we can... So it doesn't actually give us an actual GPS. We do have to plot our route. But usually it's fairly easy to tell. I kind of made this in reverse, but we'll go A3 to A2 to A1. There is a lot of story stuff that just happened really quickly, but it will make sense later, so I won't be explaining too much of it at this moment. Just stick with it, and I promise it'll all make sense eventually.
Sam, if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass. It'll never steer you wrong. Provided you have a destination, that is.
Oh yeah, and then we can check our compass and see what our markers are and stuff. Del Toro, it all makes sense eventually, yeah. There's a lot of guest stars in this game.
Central wasn't just home to Bridges HQ. It was also the seat of the Reconstructionist movement. If the president hadn't required special treatment, she would have never left. And if she hadn't, we wouldn't have either.
Exactly, Fizz. Everything will make sense eventually. And yeah, there's a lot of special appearances. Like there's Del Toro, there's a couple others that you may have noticed in the credits. I don't think a lot of them are voiced by their actual by the actual people, but they usually have like voice actors, but they do a pretty good job, so I think it all works out.
Vital signs are all trending the same way.
No chance of a recovery then?
None that I can see. No.
We should start making preparations.
Sam. It's me, Dead Man. Sorry, my mistake. I'm afraid the president's condition has deteriorated. Thank you. This will help to ease the pain. And allow her to speak with you in these final moments.
Huh?
The first and last female president of the United States. Surely you remember her. She raised you? You're not exactly dressed for a reunion. Take that off before you come inside.
And you can see, yeah, I did accidentally kick it, so... But it's fine, because usually as long as it's... as long as you've done less than 50% damage, you don't get penalized. So you're allowed to take a couple little bumps.
That's the president's right-hand man, the director of bridges.
Die Hard Man?
Oh, you were with Bridges 1? So, I guess no introductions are necessary.
What's it been, Sam? 10 years? Look at us. A bunch of deathless freaks meeting like this. Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting. It's your mother, Bridget. She's a bit out of it, but I know she'll recognize you.
Madam President, we've brought Sam. We'll leave you two alone.
Sam, I knew you'd come back. Are you doing all right? Yeah, I know you hate me. Amelie.
Amelie?
You remember Amelie went west. Took her 3 years to cross. She's trying to rebuild the country.
Still going on about that, huh?
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. Help Amelie. She needs you. Together, you can help us reconnect. You can make America whole. Sam, if we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive.
We don't need a country. Not anymore.
We do. Alone, we have no future.
No, America's finished. Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
Sam, listen to me. Please. So you are willing to help me?
No, I...
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Madam President! Oh, no.
Doctor, we need your help.
All hands on deck here. She's in V-fib. Give me 150 cc's. She's not responding.
Stay with me. Madam President.
This is dropping.
Hold on.
We're losing her. Time of death?
Listen, no one can know that the president is dead. If word gets out, Bridges is finished. Now, what happened here does not leave this room. Do you understand?
Yes, Director. But there's still the matter of the body. Without corpse disposal.
We've got that covered.
You're Del Toro? Well, you got a sweet leather coat.
Sam, before she died, the president made a contract with you.
What are you talking about?
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me? Like she tried to?
Well, she succeeded. Look at your wrist. If that's not symbolic, I don't know what is.
Director, the cancer spread throughout her entire body. Harvesting organs is out of the question, and there is no need for an autopsy. Her body needs to be cremated before she necrotizes.
And if we don't, this place will turn into another crater.
What do you want me to do?
We don't have any porters right now. And the CD team you went into the field with are dead. But the president's body has to be burned.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was compromised in the void out. Now, the only way there is on foot, through the mountains. But the chiral density there is off the chart. It's gotta be BTs.
This job has requirements. Tombs. Repatriate.
So me. Why?
Sam, you're already on the clock.
Now get it done, Sam Porter Bridges. Can I have a moment? President Strand believed in American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again. And without her, there would be no Bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If she dies, America dies.
Without her, Bridges will cease to be.
Listen. Her cremation must be carried out with the utmost secrecy.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it, America's history.
Sam, America isn't dead yet.
He just said that it dies if Bridget dies.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America worthy of the presidency.
Sorry, what?
Let's not get into it now. What matters is that we're going to finish your mother's work and rebuild America as she intended. That's the reason Bridges exists. So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the president's body to the incinerator.
If we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive. You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
The facilities to the southwest. Remember that you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator way up in the mountains so that the chiral matter in the smoke wouldn't reach the city. It won't be easy carrying a body up there.
We'll be monitoring you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the cufflinks.
Bring the president's body to the incinerator. It's a very interesting line. There's a lot of interesting lines in this game.
This is Die Hardman. Dead men explained how to use the cuffs, right? Use them to check the location of the incinerator.
So yeah, now we can put on sunglasses. What is this? Oh, that's just all our tools, and that is our Bridges Energy. Contains the stamina restoring Bridges Energy drink. Anytime fall or other water that comes into contact with the canteen is absorbed, filtered, and mixed with the energy particles inside. The canteen has also been treated with antifreeze technology. Be aware that you cannot drink from the canteen if you are carrying cargo in your left hand. And for extra funny business, Bridges Energy, so when the game first released in the original version of this game, that was literally Monster Energy.
Sam, I don't think I need to remind you, but every minute counts when transporting corpses for disposal. 48 hours following cardiac arrest, they go necro and become a fresh BT to make our lives hell.
And like, so if you, oh my god.
Getting to the incinerator will be anything but easy. Move around and change the angle of your map to gain a better understanding of the terrain. See if you can't pick a path to your destination.
Okay, we'll do that.
Order, we've provided you with a number of suggested routes as well. Ultimately, though, it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed.
Okay, so I will do that. You'll need ladders and ropes. I don't have access to ladders and ropes. More care will need to be taken. Yeah, I don't have... We don't have access to those yet. We will. Sorry, what I was going to say before I was interrupted was, those cans in the room, they used to be, they used to literally just be Monster Energy cans, which was very funny. Oh, oops, I ran out of markers. That's fine. That's not fine. What is going on? Well, that route's gonna be a little bit of a mess, but that's fine. I can't remember. I think there's a couple other details in this game, or like brand deals. There's one that was extremely funny to me, that we won't see for a little while. It involved like a show that Norman Reedus was did. I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but if those are still in the game, they're very, very funny. We'll see. I imagine most of the brand deals got stripped out because they were not exactly necessary. Actually, I'm going to remove all markers. So then what I do actually is I do this. There we go. Is less branded. Yeah. I think it's mostly just that they had a deal to brand one version of the game, but they didn't renew it for when the new version came out. Which is fine. As far as I know, I don't think these were like...
President Bridget Strand was the symbol of American Reconstructionism. Even with the country shattered and its people scattered to the four winds, she never stopped believing they could be reunited. People held on to their hope that America would rise again because they believed in her. We believe that this country can be rebuilt. America lives on, together with Bridget's undying spirit.
But yeah, I don't know that they were like brand deals that like the publisher forced in or anything. I think they were just literally like, oh, we want our character to drink Monster Energy for some reason, so... Oh, I fucked up. Oh, that's right. I think I can climb over here. I forgot that there's just these big-ass energy walls that will not let us through. I think I literally did this the first time I played this game, too, because I don't learn. Can I make it over this? I can. Okay, good. Come on, Sam. I'm fairly certain I remember doing the exact same thing last time, too. There's like energy walls that prevent people from going through that way, and so we have to actually take the road here. But once we do this, and once we're out of this this area, we're basically kind of free to go wherever we have access to get to. And you'll notice that bodies in this game are pretty unbalanced. Like they will they'll kind of wiggle and stuff. Oh yeah. And we can see so sometimes there's structures like these are watchtowers. And these are basically just built up so that you can see what's up ahead. And you can choose to plan routes from this and whatnot. So, they're pretty handy. They're not structures I typically bother building too much. Just because we don't... Yeah, they're not, like, the most useful. But they're not bad. And you'll see a bunch of structures later on that we'll make really good use of later. But this is basically most of the game. Just traveling across terrain, delivering packages, including the dead president of the United States, and that mysterious cargo. Hanging out.
First of March, it's clear to me there's something that's uncomforting. Your body is away with me, but I'm exactly where I wanna be. But I'm a long way from home.
I know your voice, I know your face. This is something I can never replace. Give me hope and give me doubt. Well, I loved you then, but I love you now. I'm a long way from home. 'Cause we're a long way from home.
It's usually very important to try and make sure that you don't take falls or anything at too high speeds, otherwise you might wipe out. And you'll see I kind of diverted around to where the lake bed was shallowest, as indicated by the blue versus red in the water. And that's just because we want to try and cross where it is most shallow, or it will end very poorly for us.
Now listen out, don't walk away. I've got nothing more to say. Can you see it in my dying face? You're acting like I care. Now is there anything that I can do? If there was, would we be singing? But you're a part of me, and I'm a part of you. Yes, you're a part of me, and I'm a part of you. Yes, you're a part of me, and I'm a part of you. Yes, you're a part of me, and I'm a part of you.
And you'll notice I'm not doing a lot of sprinting, even though you can sprint for like a really decent long time. And that's just simply because carrying a body really unbalances you. I can try to sprint through this field, but you have to be really careful, just because when you're carrying such a heavy load, if you need to suddenly come to a stop or anything, it's very, very hard. But we can take it a little bit faster here. Nice and open.
Keep on keeping on, Sammy boy.
You do it, Sammy boy. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. There we go. Just now that we're approaching some rocks. Really don't want to wipe out on top of a rock. The momentum and balance systems, they absolutely did. And it's really cool. I mean, it really helps keep the game mechanically complex. When most of the game is... like, this is basically what you're doing, like, most of the game, so... they definitely had to do something to make it interesting. And best to brace yourself with both hands here as we're climbing up the hill with a heavy load, because we don't want to get too imbalanced. You'll notice also that especially as we climb up like really steep hills, that our endurance gauge is depleting. So we have to be careful, because if that drops, we'll just kind of immediately wipe out, and that's not good. And yeah, like it says, there's basically 3 levels of terrain. Blue is like perfectly walkable, all good. Yellow is like hazardous, and red is like, okay, you're messing with fire here if you try to walk on this terrain. Extremely unique. Absolutely. It's an extremely unique it's extremely unique concept for what is essentially still a AAA video game. And you'll see once we get access to some of our deliveries that... Can I climb up here? Yes, okay. That,
Just a bit further.
we'll be able to get equipment, and also, like, organize how we carry our cargo and stuff. So it'll get more complex as soon as we get access to that. Racing a track skillfully, accept every little movement. Yeah, and the cars. The cars are unfortunately going to be a little bit longer, I think. Unfortunately, I know that, like, most of them unlock in what is the second area, so we won't be seeing them for a little while, but they are a lot of fun, and we'll be able to rebuild roads at some point, and of course those are infinitely preferable to walking everywhere. You can stuff a bunch of stuff in a car and like just get going, and that's what allows you to make these really, really high volume deliveries. But as you can see, for now we're just kind of traversing the terrain on foot, and eventually we'll get access to tools, like they were saying, in the tooltips. Things like ladders and ropes, and those will be extremely handy. But once I get access to cars, you'll see my strategy definitely kind of change when I get access to just carrying around a bunch of stuff.
So that's the place. Huh.
And we're here. I mean, sure, if you're gonna tell me to save right here, I'll take that hint. I just have to be careful here. A lot of little bumps in the road, or in the terrain. Little bumps like that should be okay, but always best not to get too greedy. Order number 3, top secret, cremation, President's body. President Bridget Strand's corpse. There you go. I forgot. I also kind of forgot to put sunglasses on too. Just as I put them and then just immediately turned the camera back around. Big F's in chat for the President of the United States.
Chiralium density in the area is climbing rapidly. Heavy timefall is imminent. Get back here, now.
Sam, burn the other cargo while you're there.
What's this?
BB-28. It's the unit Igor was assigned. It was hooked up to you when we found you in the crater.
But why is it here?
Because it's flagged for disposal. Central Knot's gone, and our headquarters along with it. Because that thing didn't do its job. It's all in Igor's logs.
But it's still alive.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but the decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order. lost you in the blackout.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Must be from the bodies we couldn't get up to the incinerator in time. Comes with the territory, I'm afraid.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea. Start, you shit. Maybe you are defective. That's it. Do your thing.
Sam, we're sending you some suggested routes back to the city. Pick one or don't. Just get the hell out of there.
Okay, alright. Path leads back along the waterfall route. Okay, we'll take that one. So, BTs can be rather scary if you don't know what you're doing. Whoops. How do I crouch again? Okay, B. There we go. So BTs can be rather scary. You'll notice also, so I can scan them, and that will kind of show you their position. And basically, our auto track will flash faster the closer we are to one of them. But here's the thing. Also, our code automatically deploys if we are. When we're close to a BT, if we hold our breath, they can't spot us. Have to be really careful though. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Okay. So we're not too far away. So. And you'll see that the auto track is spinning in the direction of the nearest BT. I think I took the wrong route. I didn't think I was that close to one. I definitely took the wrong route. I'm not anywhere close to my intended invasion route, so this is a little unfortunate. The butterfly shape. I really, really adore all of the mechanical design in this game. Okay. Alright. We're not super close to one right now. Do a scan of the ones ahead. Looks like we're okay. Okay. Now, The question is, how do I get down? I think I just kind of started walking in direction and, Ooh, this is gonna be risky. This is gonna be risky to do without tools. Ooh, okay, this might hurt a little bit. Just be careful and take it a little bit at a time. This would definitely be easier if we had any kind of tools with us, because we could just, like, take a rope straight down. What? Oh, okay. It's just telling us that now we're out of... BT will kind of indicate once we're out of, like, a BT's... Or, sorry, BB will indicate once we're out of a BT zone. So thankfully, we don't have to worry about being, like, super cautious all the time. Like, BB will do a very good job of letting us know when we're in danger and when we're not. Good action roll there. How's our stamina doing? I guess we can take a... Might as well. Drink some Bridges energy. Let's also make the sunglasses. And we can see that Igor left us a ladder, or Igor had a ladder previously there. And gamer. Oh yeah. We are full gamer mode now. Okay, we can also stop crouching. Crouching will actually lower our center of gravity, so it can be helpful when descending things, but also it's not usually a huge deal unless... Also, we can like other player structures. So this is a rope. They're very, very handy. I love ropes a lot in this game. So you can see basically there's just like a post that it's attached to, and then we can use it to either... Most of the time it's for scaling downwards, and in that case it's very, very handy to get down somewhere safely. And then also, plus, once the rope is placed, you can always come back if you need to travel back that way and use it to climb back up. So, very, very handy. And then also, just besides putting them up to climb up places, you can put ladders across, like, rivers and stuff. Very handy. I love Churches. Churches is also in this game. I think they actually were commissioned to make a song literally called, I think, Death Stranding. Grab another grubby for the road, I think. I really love the terrain in this game. All the rocks around make it just interesting enough to navigate. while also just feeling like really, really natural. It's really good. And there we go. We're back at the city. Things got a little hairy because I decided to take a completely different route because I wasn't paying attention. But we managed to make it through the BTs without getting grabbed, so we're good.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome. Welcome to Capital, not City. Proceed to Distribution Center.
Sam, come back to the distribution center. Check the location on your compass.
Also, be prepared to hear the welcome, Sam Porter Bridges, scanning ID thing a lot. That's basically going to happen every single time we return to a distribution center. Bridge boy detected. Alert, alert. Bridge boy
It's
on
a
the
miracle
premises.
either of you made it back. When someone with dooms hooks up to a BB, your feelings and memories cause feedback, like with a speaker. It amplifies fears and stress, and runs the risk of taking you to a place from which you will not return. I'm sorry, but this BB has been pushed beyond its limits. Disposal is the only option.
Sam, get cleaned up and come to the president's office. We need to talk.
Sunset, the day is ending. Let that yawn out. There's no pretending.
Traveled 3 kilometers. That was quite the journey.
Sam, I thought I told you dooms and BBs were a dangerous combination. Huh, perhaps a shower is in order. You're still covered in chiralium. Don't want the president to see you like that.
The hell you talking about? She's dead.
You're upset. Is this about BB-28?
Go fuck yourself. I'm not your errand boy.
Well, in any event, it seems it owes you its life.
No, we owe the kid our lives. You too.
As you say, I shall look after it. Give my regards to the president.
Can you stop shaking it though? Please.
It's almost time to go, Sam. Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you.
Sam.
Sam, this is Di Hartman. There's a private room set aside for your use. Bridges perk. Take a moment to clean up, wash all that chiralium off, then come to the president's office.
And you can see that there's a couple of the things that we would normally be able to do in this office. But unfortunately, not a lot of stuff we can do right now. Everything's still under construction. We can put on our shades, though. Yep, looking good. I seriously, I don't know why, but I really love the bit where Sam, like, leans forward and he's like, yo, check these figures out. I don't know where they came from. They just kind of show up in my room, but I like them. There's us evading all the BTs. And here's our Bridges energy. Little army men in his room. Pretty much. I don't know if there's ever an explanation for them. And there we go. We got an stamina increased by 10%. We could keep drinking, but I'm not worried right now. We don't have a toilet or a at all in our room yet. And yes, you can use the toilet in both configurations. We won't right now, but we will. It is a vital gameplay mechanic, as well as showering.
Sam, can you hear me?
For fuck's sake. Isn't anything private anymore?
Oh, no. Except for taking a shower and going to the toilet, that is. I take it you were getting yourself cleaned up. Good. Come to the president's office as soon as you're done. She's waiting for you.
The on-demand mini potty. Yeah, I think I've actually seen real toilets that are built into your shower, which seems wild to me, but if space were at a premium, I suppose.
You did well, Sam. Thank you. Bridget may no longer be with us, but her legacy has a chance to live on. Sam, listen to me. America, Reconstructionism, her dream isn't dead.
I don't want to hear it.
This is the face of our new hope. Our new America.
Homily.
My mother may be gone, but I'm here. And you, Sam, you're here too.
Been 10 years since you saw each other, right? And in all that time, she hasn't aged a day.
He knows why. My body's still on the beach. I don't get to grow older. But you do, Sam. You look good.
So you're serious then about reconnecting everyone and everything?
Someone has to succeed Bridget, Sam. More importantly, someone has to carry on her legacy and see our country rebuilt. Samantha America Strand, our new president. A new beginning for our people, for our nation. Under Emily's leadership, we'll re-establish the UCA, the United Cities of America. This is how we'll rebuild our country. But we'll need your help to do it, Sam.
No, I'm through with this. I said my goodbyes to all of you when I said them to Bridget.
We never forgot about you, Sam. You ran away. You cut us off.
Emily put together an expedition. The best of Bridges won. And went west.
I led them past craters in BT territory. I kept them safe while they searched for survivors.
Never once missed a BT. Saw him coming a mile away.
We convinced community after community to join the UCA, and we left behind our own people to help them. It took us 3 years, but we managed to make it all the way to Edge Knot City.
All the way to the Pacific. Jesus.
Yeah. But then everything went to hell. The team was wiped out, and Emily was taken.
Taken?
I'm not being kept in a cell or anything like that. I'm allowed to use their facilities and to speak with you whenever I want. I just can't leave the city.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edge Knot City. Well, that's what our keepers are saying, at least. They want the UCA to leave them be. Emily's their insurance policy in case we don't.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons. Militant separatist group. They run Edge Knot City.
I've heard of them. Bunch of terrorists who go around towns killing people and leaving craters.
Right. Nothing's off limits for them. Not even engineering void outs.
You think the suicide that took out Central Knot was one of theirs?
Could be. There are extremists like the demons everywhere, plotting in the shadows. They're decentralized by nature. No one organization to rule them all. Just a common ideology.
I know not everyone shares our vision for the future. If we Americans don't come together again, humanity won't survive. I carried my mother's message to people all across the country. But not everyone was willing to accept it.
More than a few would rather stay isolated. Keep to themselves. Go it alone. Like you, Sam. They think that America can only be rebuilt by force, by men who tell them what to do, who take away their freedom and put them in shackles.
What'd you put on me, huh? You know better than the demons. Just another kind of cult.
They're not shackles, Sam. They're a symbol of our bonds. That's what we need right now. Not to stand apart, but to come together, to form chiral knots and reconnect.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started. The people she left behind have been hard at work, setting up chiral network terminals. But these terminals are still isolated. We need you to bring them online. And for that, you'll need a Cupid. This contains all the necessary security and operations protocols to integrate a terminal into the chiral web. Take the Cupid west, Sam, and reconnect the people of our great nation. And when you get to Edge Knot City, find Emily and bring her home.
After that, I'll take over the presidency and carry on Mother's work to save the country.
This was Bridget's dying wish. This is how we'll move forward.
Please, Sam. We need you.
I'm Sam Porter Bridges now. I'm not a Strand. Hell, I'm not even part of this outfit. You all saw to that. I'm not getting involved with you, or anyone else, ever again.
Wait!
See? It's like I'm not even here. Same as it ever was.
Sam! Sam! Hold on. Stop! Listen to me. America needs you. Both of you.
Yeah, covering the world in cable didn't bring an end to war and suffering. Don't act surprised when it all comes apart if you try to do it again. Round and round it goes. Connect, reconnect, it's not that simple.
All right, Sam. Just take it easy. I get it. You don't have to commit to anything now. Why not get some rest?
Good idea. We all need our sleep. Leave it too long and you're liable to reconnect with the other side. The necessary maintenance has been completed. Various adjustments and fine-tuning for your benefit. You can use it again. For once, it would seem that Dooms and BBs are a good combination. Or perhaps the two of you have something of an affinity for one another.
Sam. Listen. You are Sam Strand.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. My name is Sam Porter Bridges.
It's a funny word, strand. A strand is part of rope or bond, while stranding means being washed up on the shore. And being stranded is when you can't go home. I'm stranded now, Sam. Here on the shore of the Pacific. Thousands of miles away, but our bond still holds. You're free, but we're still connected. Don't tell me we're not. Come back, Sam. I'll be waiting for you.
Wait!
Good morning, Sam.
Sam, this is Di Hardman. You were out like a log. Must have been beat. Private rooms come with all the basic amenities. Shower, toilet, etc. Drop in when you need to rest. Inspect your gear, review info, or whatever else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask our staff. But before you do, why not check things out for yourself? See how Bridges operates these days.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to take another quick second to go grab another drink, because I've already finished this one. So, 1 second. This game starts very slow, but I promise we will be delivering packages in just a moment. Okie dokie. Alright, I hope everything is looking okay. Encoding overloaded, but it looks like that message just went away, so we should be good. So, now we can take a shower plus do all the toilet stuff. Oh, there's like so much extra stuff now. Thanks, Fizz. Let's check the equipment rack first.
This case will remove any chiral matter still clinging to your suit. Speaking of suits, blue is for delivery personnel, red for medical, orange for corpse disposal, and black for security.
Oh, we can change the color scheme. Oh no, never mind. We can't change the color scheme of our delivery personnel. Just the, Very nice. We cannot change the color of our uniform, which is unfortunate, but wouldn't want anybody to think we were anything other than a delivery person. And unfortunately, that's all we can do with our suit right now. Let us check up on the baby.
Sam, this is Deadman. I calibrated your BB based on physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just a best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin, we can check if you're in sync and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
And of course, we can take the time to soothe BB.
You okay?
Oh yeah. BB's doing just fine. And it's important that we make sure that BB is doing alright, because if they aren't, things could go badly.
Hey there. Believe we've met. I oversee delivery operations as well as maintenance and repairs. Nice to have you on board. I'm Mama, in case I didn't mention it before. Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification, too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
I don't understand that part so badly. What on earth? See that? That's your blood. We wove your blood into your ropes. But, yeah. Spin BB's tube like a basketball. Oh my god. I mean, it looks like it freely rotates. You probably could spin it around like a globe or something. I feel like that would be very rude to the baby, though. Don't wink at me before taking a shower. This is strictly a business.
Hartman here. Researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches and the Death Stranding, as well as those of dooms and repatriates. The shower in your room was designed with chiral decontamination in mind. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation between exposure and the development of phobias, as well as in extreme cases, violent and suicidal impulses. Chiralium contamination has even been postulated as a trigger for the onset of dooms. I should add that these showers have another function: the collection of blood, hair, fluids, and other natural waste products. They provide a non-invasive means to monitor your exposure to chiralium and your overall health. And I freely admit a chance to study the unique properties of your physiology, you being a repatriate and all.
Please stop. So yeah, every single one of these functions has a purpose. It may not let us do anything right now. Hello. Oh god. That is a hell of an angle. And finally, we can use the toilet while sitting. And I'm really curious to see if they kept the same privacy filter as before. Koji, oh, they did. Everybody watch Ride with Norman Reedus on AMC. Am I still stranding? I am. We've been playing for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I think of that, I've maybe done about 30 minutes gameplay. They tease so hard with the camera, they sure do. Nice. What other actions can we do? Oh. Oh, no, that one is different. You kind of get lost in it. Oh yeah, absolutely. This game is very good. Have you ever played it before, Nash? Don't sit on your sink. What the hell are you doing? You have not? Oh, it's a trip. He's one of those kinds of guys. He is. I'm actually going to go to the table again. He may not do it until we have access to something else, but I'm hoping he does the extremely dude bro thing when he's finished drinking. Okay, one more time. No crumple. Yeah, I was hoping he would do the crumple. He might do it on the third drink here. Oh well, I'm sure we'll see it at some point. But I think with that, all we need to do is go to our terminal.
With that terminal there, you can browse the Bridges database, which has info on a range of subjects. You don't have clearance for everything, but there's still plenty you might find informative.
So, here's basically our pause menu. There's our activity log. There's a bunch of interviews we'll be able to read later. There's a bunch of tips that I'm not really going to get into, because most of them we'll see. These are all basically the tips that show up when we're playing the game, so nothing newer there. And we have access to a bunch of different music, but we can only play them inside the safe rooms, which is a little unfortunate. But with that, we should be done, and I think we should be ready to go start delivering some stuff here. Maybe? Yeah, there we go.
Had a chance to think it over? Chock full of chiralium, but safe for you Dooms guys to wear. That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world. To make us whole again.
I'm a porter. I don't care about connecting anything. Or making knots. But I'll do what I have to help Amelie out.
To be lurking? No worries, Nash. Thanks for the lurk.
Listen up, Sam. The terminals Amelie's people built in the towns and cities they passed through on their journey west are called knots. The infrastructure's there, but the Cairo network is offline. Right now, it's only capable of transmitting voice communications. Sometimes wired, sometimes wireless, and a small amount of data. So, unless the necessary data's stored on site, our chirograms won't show up. Amelie and the other Bridges members you've seen around the place are grams generated with local data. In case you didn't know. Anyway, all you've got to do is find the knot, connect your Cupid, and bring Cairo communications online. Once you connect it to the terminal, you'll be able to initiate zero-time massive data transmission with the UCA network. And just like that, you'll reconnect us not only to each other, but to our past. All the lost and fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored, like bringing a dinosaur back to life from a fossil. $4.6 billion years of history on Earth. All the wisdom and knowledge we lost since the Death Stranding will be ours again. And that, my friend, is how we'll beat this thing. Once you establish Cairo communications, generating grams won't be an issue. You'll also be able to use Cairo printers. Won't be long before we're able to send all kinds of things through the wire.
Except anything original. Or that's got a soul. Nothing real. Just copies.
True. Which is why we'll still need porters like you. Before and after we're made whole, we'll need men in the middle.
No rest for the wicked, huh?
Yeah, well, idle hands and all that. We'll give you the details at the dispatch terminal. Make sure you check it upstairs. Drop's waiting up there, too.
These shoes look like they've done some serious miles. Shall I dispose of them?
Wait. Hold on. There's something I want you to look into. My blood seemed to set those things off. Happened more than once.
Set them off? How do you mean?
I don't know. You took my blood, didn't you? You tell me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you.
Alright. And now we need to go over here to our terminal and start taking deliveries.
Sam, this is Di Hartman. Your current objective is to extend the Cairo network from here to Port Knot City. I don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far. To cover the distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a Bridges way station. Go ahead and take a look at the order. Deliver whatever they need, and connect the Cupid.
Hello, Qatar. How are you doing?
Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like.
So yeah. We can store cargo in our locker. We don't need to do that right now. But if we're... You're doing good? That's good to hear. If we needed to, like, store things at the specific base, we can. It's important to note that a locker does not come with us. Like, each individual base has its own locker. So we need to deliver this. Oh, whoops, there's the briefing. Oh, it's back.
The last void out in Central Knot City brought deliveries to a standstill. Until now. Your cargo for this run is a batch of smart drugs. Oxytocin, to be precise. Oxytocin is effective at reducing stress. So much so that some folks call it a love or happy hormone. Once you've completed the job, connect the way station to the network using the Cupid.
Okay. And this is basically how we'll be...
Sam, yeah. Order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
Okay. So, you can see how many things we have to deliver. We need to deliver with less than 50% damage, which should not be too difficult. And we get a little bit of a diagnosis on the dangers between us. So the first one is ghosts, or BTs. Next one is steep inclines. The next one is ledges and water. And I think the recommended tools here are ladder and ropes, which we will have access to. So we'll go ahead and accept this order. And let's see. So we could attach this to the suit. We can actually... So we have 4 mounting points on our suit. And they are pretty handy to have. But we do need to make sure it's balanced. I usually... Oh.
Sam, we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run. They should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will also make a halfway decent bridge if you need to cross a river. Right now, I figure you're thinking about how you want to handle this order.
So ladders are a tool rack, so we have an individual tool rack that we can put stuff on, like that. That just kind of keeps it out of the way. And we can also attach it to our suit, so we can attach it to our shoulders and to our hips. I didn't realize we were getting this many ladders. Oh my god. Okay. And a cart of ropes. AK talks a lot, man. Oh my god, he talks a lot. I'm actually gonna... You know what? I thought about it. I'm gonna move these to the back. That should be a little bit better. If we need to, of course, we can reorganize this as necessary, but... no, changes... So just hold down A to do that. And there we go. Our cargo is all placed correctly. And let's get to it.
Order assigned. Beginning scan.
Okay, so... Oh, and also there's a post box that I guess Nick Easton put up. And if we find cargo lying about, we can also use this to deliver it. So at this point, we can kind of just go wherever. Usually the best way to go here, I think, is just going to be along the coastline. We could, like, we could take like the mountainous route, but I think that's just going to be more difficult for not a lot of game. And the dangerous area that we never put on the network, thinking he'd be a big help for others. Oh no.
Sam, you triple-checked your loadout, I take it?
Yep, and so we have access to all our tools, as well as being able to pee. We can pee in the field. There's a reason to do so. But you don't have to. You're never required to urinate anywhere. You don't have to worry about like you drank too much and now you have to take a break or anything. It's just a tool that you have for a very specific purpose.
Have a pleasant journey.
Was abandoned vehicles there? Yeah.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID.
And you'll see those signs everywhere.
Clear. All clear.
And yeah, just like it said,
Porter Bridges.
signs as well as structures that other people place will appear in the world once we've connected a particular location to the chiral network. Catching some grubbins. Consume too much monster energy.
Sam.
Yes.
Even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. You're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Odradeck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
So you can see at yellow length, we're almost like immersed in the water. We have to be very careful. And unfortunately, a lot of these shipments are ones that we'll have to take back there, and I don't want to go back that way. But even if we don't take it back, we can deliver it to a location that is not the intended recipient, and someone else in the world can take that cargo and finish the delivery for us. Where's the pea shrooms? We probably... I mean, we're not going to see access to them yet because we're not actually playing multiplayer yet. But we will, at some point. So close to the place. These are all... So, just to kind of, like, break the immersion a little bit, right now we're still technically in the offline tutorial. So it's just kind of, like, demonstrating, like...
Every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
And so, like, basically these are all just tutorial packages that are like, hey, here's all these example packages that you can pick up. And we're starting to approach the part where I'm going to have to... Just careful there. Okay. That I might have to start rebalancing my cargo, because we've just been kind of carrying everything on our back. And that is going to bite us. He just never stops talking. Oh yeah, no, trust me. I have learned to fear the opening bit of London Bridge is falling down, because it usually means it's immediately accompanied by, Sam, this is Die Hardman. Did you know that packages are important?
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Okay. So we can activate the terminal. So actually what we can do, because these are... These are destined for capital, not delivery.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Yeah, and like they're saying, if we were to deliver this to this postal box, it would then sit here on the network, and then someone else could take it out of the postal box and finish delivering it to its intended destination. So instead of doing that, what we're actually going to do is put it in our private locker so that when we come back this way, we can finish the delivery. Because if I made the delivery now, it wouldn't really do anything. Because these aren't multiplayer packages. Though I do have to say, there's a lot of packages. The sky's getting dark. It might start raining soon. So, oh.
Sam.
Yes.
If you come up against a sheer cliff or a steep slope, don't forget about the ladder we issued you. Be sure to try it out. I'd be interested to see what uses a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
Okay, yes, we will use those, I promise. We can go ahead to hit Y to auto-arrange our cargo, and you'll notice that it kind of shuffled everything around, and it's a little bit more balanced, and also put some stuff on our shoulders, which is fine. Even though it makes you look like a walking box, carrying stuff on your hips and shoulders is a very good way to make sure you don't lose them. Let's take a look. So, yeah, you know what? Since we're already here, let's go ahead and cut through. We'll cut from here to here to here. And we are going to be climbing up a very sheer cliff, so we have to be careful. Committing mail fraud, Ocean? It very much looks like ladder armor now. Yeah. You'd think if someone were to hit those boxes, you would, you'd be okay. Okay. Give me a second to check this. Do you want to use one of the ladders? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So let's get up a little bit here. And then, so you can see that when it's kind of flashing blue like that, it'll stay put. So do that. You can grab it. And I'm hoping it is a little bit shorter than the length of this cliff, but oh god. Okay, yeah, we're fine. So you can see that ladders have two lengths. Oh, and we're about to go off the chiral network, which is going to be interesting. So now we're on our own. Once we're outside of the chiral network, no other structures will appear. We have to reconnect it to the network before we'll see structures again. So the very first journey that you ever make to a new place is always going to be by your own wits, and I think that's really cool. So these are climbing anchors. They're very, very handy. We did use one, but here we're actually placing one. And you can see that basically we just descend to the cliff. And these are very, very handy because they have a lot of rope in them. And so they're usually, this should give us, oh yeah, you can actually see they're 30 meters worth of rope. So this will take us straight down to the bottom of the cliff. You can build cannons everywhere, hell yeah. If you do, I'll have to add you to my chiral network so I can take advantage of all these cannons that you built. There we go. And just have to be careful because there's sharp rocks right behind us. Ooh, okay. I know. Don't worry about it. Cannons. And there's the station. So we did save, actually, we probably actually saved quite a bit of time going straight through the mountain. And that's just kind of some of the optimization that you can do in this game, is you can decide, I want to go I want to go through the mountain instead of around. It's up to you, whether or not you think you can handle it, and whatever, depending on whatever cargo you have to carry. If you've got like a lot of heavy cargo, then a safer route is probably better. And just gotta be careful here. Okay. Ooh. You can actually hear the rocks being loose enough that they're actually kind of going underneath our feet. Alright, so here's our ladder. Okay, so... No, we don't have enough. Our ladder's not long enough to go there, but if we go over here... What's that? Oh! So these things... These particular containers are real motherfuckers. Extra large containers. Because they're heavy as hell. We'll go ahead and do an automatic cargo shuffle, and you can see that... Making me want to go on a hike. Oh my god, same. It really reminds me of walking around in the mountains and making sure not to trip and fall and everything. Can I'll just carefully walk. There we go. So you can see that ladders, because they just fall straight down, we can also get on them like this. And we can make bridges across lakes like they were talking about earlier, but we do have to keep in mind that they do have a maximum length. What we can do too is we can also daisy chain ladders if like a river's really long or wide. We can daisy chain ladders across like big rocks, and that would help ensure that. Sorry, that would help ensure that our that we can make to the other side. But this stream is fairly shallow, so there's not really any harm in just kind of wading across it. Here I gotta drive to a nice hiking location. Yeah. That is one of the problems, is like... I'm within driving distance to like really nice locations, but it's just enough of a drive that I'm like, I don't want to do this on like a daily. Like that's too much effort. There is a memory stick there. Oh, this is... I don't know why I started running. This is going to only end poorly for me. But I am kind of curious how far this stick is. We'll come back for this stick. $39 meters. We'll place a marker on it, just so I don't forget about it, but... We're gonna make these deliveries first, so I don't have to cart around all this garbage.
Beginning scan.
Drive to hiding spots so you get away from the farms. Oh, yeah.
ID. Clear. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Yeah, they don't typically like it when you go walking on their farms. Farmers, I mean. So we're just going to put all of our lost cargo in our private locker. Because if we... Otherwise, we would automatically try to deliver it, which, you know, normally is fine, but we're not online yet, so we're just going to deliver requested cargo for now.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization, or the UCA, or us. But the oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. We may have a luck. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
And one thing I did forget to mention is, like they kind of showed you in the beginning of the game, any rain in this game will deteriorate basically everything. It'll deteriorate structures, it'll deteriorate cargo, it will deteriorate living beings, although thankfully our suit protects us from that, so we don't have to worry about that. It's mostly just our cargo. And any structures that we place will have to be maintained over time, or they'll eventually decay. Dealing drugs, can't believe it. These are happy drugs. They're drugs to make you happy. Are those really drugs?
Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but... The second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were gonna connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years! And they sent us one guy who's... Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. They finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? But you put us on the goddamn grid.
Game is a better advocate for infrastructure maintenance than anything the US could produce. Pretty much. It took a Japanese game dev to remind everybody that infrastructure is important. And there we go. And we'll talk about all that stuff later. The one thing I'll note is you see that bar at the very top with 0 out of 1560? That's our chiral network memory, and that determines the maximum number of structures that we can place as players. So it's important not to just, like, leave stuff everywhere if you're not going to use it. Hi, Queenly, how are you doing? It's Infrastructure Week. How are you doing, Queenly? I hope you are doing well.
Connection to capital, not city, confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the chiral network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway.
Okay.
Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for...
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
So yeah, we can fabricate equipment here. One thing important to note, whether or not it'll tell us or not. Yeah.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
I sure could. We're not gonna bother because we don't really need one. Could probably stand to make a couple more ladders. Why not? Make a climbing ladder. I'm just gonna weigh us down with a bunch of stuff. Okay, so. Oh yeah, we'll need to do this.
Sam, if you're in the middle of a run and decide you need to secure your cargo temporarily or entrust it to another porter, you'll want to make use of a post box. In addition to cargo, post boxes can also be used to share gear and weapons, if you're so inclined. Now, I'm sure you've used them before, but humor me and build one. Maybe between Capital Knot and that way station.
Sure,
If
okay.
you're lacking a PCC, I'm afraid you'll just have to scrounge it up yourself.
Fine. Just gonna connect everyone to the internet? Is that the plot so far? Kinda, sorta. It's like the mega internet. I'm gonna cancel this order for now. We're just gonna do this one order, because we're gonna make a journey back to Central, or Capital.
To build a post box,
you'll
it
need
goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Okay. Special science internet, yeah. I don't remember, like, exactly how it's, like, super better than the internet.
Order assigned.
Oops.
Sam.
Yes.
Assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you?
Okay.
You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Okay. Before we do that, I forgot to grab everything from our private locker. Because we'll make a trip back to Capital. Seeing as we have to kind of walk back anyways to get this. Doop-de-doo. But you can see we are carrying a lot of stuff. So we do have to be careful. Alright, so. That should not be too hard to get to. Let's take our route back across, because we know that that works. There we go.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
And you can see too that our guide will kind of tell us, like, oh no, this area that you're trying to cross with your marker is, like, not advisable. And that's fine. We don't need to follow the marker exactly. It just helps to know kind of like the general direction of which way to go. So that's fine. Alright, anyways. Off we go. And so one thing you'll notice too is we have a meter, like a boots meter in the bottom. What that's doing is essentially... Sorry. What that is essentially is our boots will wear out over time. So we do need to make sure to replace them. I carry around like a bunch of extra boots always when I was playing this game, and I never had a problem with my boots like running out and then like damaging my feet. Like you basically just have to never ever produce new boots or something in order to screw that up. Oh. And sometimes cargo is just straight up resources like this. Oh, okay, alright.
Sam.
Yes.
Remember? That prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't.
Actually, can I carry this in my hand? No. That is... So we'll just drop this. That's fine, we'll come back for those.
Stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
And yeah, like it says, carrying cargo in our hands requires that we keep holding left or right trigger, depending on which arm it's in. So it's not usually advisable to try and carry cargo around with your hands, unless you absolutely need to do so. Yeah, you can see that some of our containers will start to rust and stuff over time.
I see you've arrived at the designated site.
Oh, okay, slow down.
When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
There we go. There's our PCC. We just need to select what structure. Are we allowed to build different structures right now? No, just the post box. And also, okay, that's right too. The chiral network is also like super 3D printer. Because it will also just build structures like that.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies,
Super
why not
3D
leave some
printed
behind?
world.
Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
And that's true. You can leave cargo in share containers, and people can use it. Oh god. I should have put... Again, being overweight like this, not ideal. Ugh. Okay, which one is which? This one is our new one, okay. Just gonna dump our XL cargo on the ground for now. And I'll come back for it. Or transporters. It's transporters, I believe. So, like, you're able to teleport stuff across the network. It's... I don't remember the exact, like, explanation for it, but... Oh. Okay, what is it? The old magazines? Place in private locker. Okay. So we'll come back to that later. And so you can maybe guess that I play fast and loose with cargo weight limits. Most of the time I see it as a challenge. Okay. But, what I will do... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put them in the share locker. I'm feeling generous. Actually, no, I won't, because there's no way that anybody else will use this. Oh, I can put the resins in the private locker, because we're going to want to take them with us. And let's go ahead and put some of our lockers in this, or the ladders in the private locker, because we're not going to really need them. I'll carry 2 on me just in case, but we're not going to, we're really not going to need them that much. Magpies it up and hoards boxes, pretty much. Alright, let's go back and get our climbing gear. Actually, oh shoot. Suddenly thought better of it. Here's what I'm trying to find drop cargo. Pretty much, yeah. We'll get some tools later on that will really, really help us out. That will really, really help us out in, like, carrying as much garbage as possible. But it will be a little bit before we see them, so... And unfortunately, some of these containers, because they're dropped, like, in the world, some of them can be in pretty bad condition by the time you get here. Thankfully, the container will take damage before the, before the actual contents, so that's not a big deal, but we do have to be careful about that. Eventually temporarily run out of orders for places you want. Yeah, that's very true. And delivering cargo will increase your likes, and increasing your likes increases your porter level to carry more stuff. And also, I think, like, increase your stamina limit and all those other fun stuff. So it's definitely in your best interest to deliver as much cargo as possible. Level 1 porter versus level 100 boss. That's how deliveries work. Level 100 cargo commander. That's us, we're cargo commanders. Okay, and the rain's over, so thankfully, unless we take... Oh, actually, I should mention, because I didn't, I should mention that waiting around in the water will also damage containers if they get immersed in the water. But that's usually not like a big deal, also timefall. So you can see that this area, I think, is generally always timefall, which is a reason not to go through that area if you can help it. Especially if you're trying to keep the condition of your cargo containers in good condition. Get buff, carry more stuff. Exactly. Ooh, ooh, I tripped over a rock.
Come on. Keep it together.
We've got to be careful about that. And you can see that our, so when we're at our carry weight, even just like walking around like this is consuming a lot of stamina, so we do have to be careful and, you know, don't get overeager when it comes to carrying as much stuff as possible. Definitely, though, I cannot wait to get access to some of the tools that really help us out with regards to, like, being able to carry around, like, just an absurd amount of cargo, but those are going to be quite a ways off. So, basically, at this point in the game, it's just all about whatever we can carry on our back.
Over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Alright, hopefully our climbing rope. So thankfully climbing ropes persist the direction that you throw them, which does mean that you do have to be a little bit careful when you toss it. Okay, I see it. Oh yeah, there's the glowing bit that signifies the end of the rope. Okay, come on. Come on, Sam, get over the rocks. Okay. So we'll take a quick second to drink some delicious energy drink. And that has refilled our stamina, allowing us to keep going. And up we go. The Jenga stack of boxes. Oh yeah, like, if you don't auto-sort your boxes, or, like, even just sort them manually, if you just, like, start picking up stuff from the ground, and, like, never reorganize it, your backpack looks terrifying, because it's just, like, a bunch of boxes precariously stacked on top of each other. Okay, so, now that we're up here, when we release the rope, like Fizz said earlier, oh god, you know, Sam will throw it back behind him, so it's important to try and throw it back down the cliff if we can. It's brought to you by Monster Energy. Yeah, exactly. So what we might actually do here, as we approach the location of our ladder, is replace this ladder with a rope, just because ropes, when you're climbing down a surface, have a little bit more length to them, and so they can usually make things a little less precarious than just using a ladder. That's a compass. And you can see that each climbing anchor box has three charges in it, so thankfully lots and lots of... You can use 3 per box, and that's very handy. I really, really like climbing ropes. They're so handy. Oh god. Although sometimes you do encounter stuff like this, where the game can't quite figure out how to climb down something. So we could dismantle this ladder. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't really think it... Actually, I guess I could check. We're at 200 chiral network. I don't think ladders actually count towards your total capacity anyways, so, like, we'll leave it. Oh, okay. Oh, someone's actually Someone's actually left a rope themselves. Now that we're connected to the network, we can see other players' stuff. So actually, we're going to go ahead and take advantage of this rope. They're even good for crossing water. Exactly, yeah. No. No, Sam, that's not what I meant. So, this was very steep. It wasn't much of a problem when we were carrying like a little bit of cargo, but now that we're carrying over 100 kilograms worth of cargo, probably best to not chance it and go down the slightly safer way with tools. Another Twitch streamer's rope. Exactly, yeah. Shoutouts to Nusky Treaty, Twitch TV. Okay, we do have to be careful here. This is extremely steep. We are carrying a heavy load, and there's a bunch of rocks on the ground, and we don't want to trip over any of them. Okay, we made it. Okay, no, I don't actually want to start sprinting. Oh god, stop.
I'm Sam!
And we can press back at any time just to yell.
Anybody hear me?
It has uses sometimes. Okay, so if we just head straight towards B5, that should be the rest of our cargo. And all the rocks have invisible walls. Oh god. Bring back the missing and JJ yells. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's just a... That's just a core gimmick of all the games I play, is you gotta have a yell button.
Anyone?
Alright. Here's the rest of our cargo. And we're ready to go. We're not even at the weight limit. Could probably stand to maybe drop these ladders. I'll keep one on me. But I'll put one of the... whatever. No, I'm not gonna bother. We're not at the weight limit. Let's just go. Alright. What's the best way to do this? Oh, whoops, I didn't want to actually. Cannot imagine crouching with like 100 kilograms worth of weight on your back. That would absolutely destroy my legs. Alright, so this is actually a pretty good place for a ladder as well. And you can see, actually, I wish I had a control display up, but I actually let go of the stick like for several seconds, and Sam had just so much momentum that he kept going for a while. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. When I'm carrying so much weight, like you'll notice when we were wading across the water earlier, that consumes stamina as well. And when I'm carrying so much, whoops, it is a risk. So we've got ladders. It's all like training day. Oh my god, Sam must get just like immense amounts of weight training. Oh god, I can't actually pause the game when I'm unbalanced. That's cool. There we go. Now our backpack is a little less completely screwed up here. Right under it, and the ladder knocked off half my cargo. Oh yeah, I didn't do exactly that, but I did do something similar to that, where I was getting cargo from like an indoor structure, and oh whoops, Oh, I forgot to like the thing earlier. You automatically like anything whenever you use it.
Today's a good day.
But you see that bar
Thanks for the
decreases as
help.
soon as you start liking something. And if you just mash the like button over and over again, you can give them multiple likes. And I always do try to give people as many likes as possible. Although I cannot lie, I do not know what the hell you're doing with this ladder.
Today's a good day.
I assume
This one's for you.
I assume you have 2 ladders here, and I only got access to 1. Because the ladders that or the structures that you get access to are completely random. So sometimes, yeah, you'll just see like one ladder that plays. Oh god. Okay. All right, slow down. It's gonna be a hunchover by the time he's 40, pretty much. I seriously don't know how Sam manages to carry this much and not just immediately have back problems. I guess, yeah, he could just print a new spine via the chiral network. Because, who knows? So, I think I remember hearing this, although I'm not 100% sure, but places where a lot of players have walked will actually be worn down into a road like this. So these roads, I believe these dirt roads are not like put on the map, but rather they're placed there once enough players have taken the same path. And that's really cool.
But us damn fools.
We are damn fools. More like Cairo Network. I hope you can order a chiropractor off of the Cairo Network.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified.
Bridge boy detected.
Welcome to Capital Knot City. Proceed to distribution center.
I did actually kind of forget how awful level 1 boots are, because you can see that we were out for maybe a couple minutes, and our boots are already at only at 2/3 integrity. But it doesn't help that we're also carrying, like, just an absolute incredible amount of stuff. We are carrying more than Porter's meant to at any time, like we're choosing to. That's true, yeah. You don't typically... No one really expects you to be carrying around this much most of the time. So we'll see what condition this lost cargo is when we get there. I didn't take any falls or anything, but we did spend some time in the time falls, so it may be damaged, who knows. Alright, now to slow down as we get close to the delivery network. There we go, and now we can deliver lost cargo. And you can see just says return for anything that is destined for this area, or there you could be in trust if you were delivering cargo that was meant for a different location, and that would be the same as like putting it in up for another player to use.
You that new guy? Sam Bridges? Much obliged. Gotta say, I really appreciate you going the extra mile.
And there we go. There's like 1 million cargo.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Time for an IRL backstretch. That is a very good idea. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now we got some more interview data. And also now we can use chiral network stuff and more resources. And also hologram data and interview data, more chiral network stuff, amount of materials. So you can see that delivering lost cargo, very good idea. People think of you as a porter who can be relied upon for basic orders, but with time and effort, you may be one day recognized as a true legend.
Hey, I got something for you.
Got a hat. Nick Easton wishes to express his gratitude. He has given you a cap. Thanks.
Alright, until next time.
It's just a hat. But you know what? It's fine.
Sam, managed to get that bonus, huh? Wear it with pride. That hat's reserved for Bridges staff who've gone above and beyond. Head on down to your private room if you want to see how it fits.
It's literally a hat, Die Hardman. Please do not try to butter me up. Okay, so there's no new orders here, but we can rest in our private room. So let's do that. Seeing as we came all the way back here. Just self-reasons, but still got to brag. I mean, hey, lost cargo's lost cargo. I'm just trying to hype up this trucker hat. He's trying really hard to convince Sam that Bridges is an organization that treats him with lots of respect. And there we go. We'll just go ahead and skip that. Let's see. Can we... Actually, no, we're not going to be able to do anything right now, so... I will take a shower. I won't bother using the toilet just yet, because I don't have access to what it actually gives you, so... But I think the shower might also just... Nope, shower doesn't actually do anything. Alright, hat time. Sam? Seems Sam? We've got a hat with our logo on it. We're legit. America. Wear it with pride, Sam. Can I go to the sink with the hat on? Oh, I totally can. The skull glasses. The skull glasses are so... They're very interesting. Because they almost remind me of, like, snow goggles or something that you would wear to, oops, I did not. Sure, whatever. Let's get back. They kind of look like they would reduce glare, but I think they might just be designed to look cool, and you know what, fair enough. Most realistic tongue in video games. What about Kezu's tongue? I would have thought that would be the most realistic tongue in video games. Crush the can, coward. God, I cannot imagine just downing 3 energy drinks in one go. With a stat buff? Oh, I don't remember exactly what those are off the top of my head. Crush it. Crush it, you coward. Crush the can, Sam. Musketeer off-white too? Nice. Crush it. Oh my god. He may not crush it until... Unless I drink like all of them. It's either that I have to crush all of them or I have to wait until I get access to a different drink.
Tired, huh?
Oh. Alright. BB's doing okay. And we should have access to changing the color of a hat, I think. Three any drinks in a row. I know. Same. Stealth black. Hey, you know what? Oh wait, no, that's Omni Reflector. Snow White. Yeah, let's go with a white hat. Why not? Oh, I think the silver and gold are actually like pre-order bonus colors or something. Or whatever. Like it just said like, oh, new colors available, and I guess silver and gold are gaudy enough to be pre-orders. Alright, let's start reading some interviews. I'll probably do 300 drinks in a row, only once in my life. It might be the last thing you do. Who, dead men, when, 1 year ago, where, Bridges HQ. Dolphins use a sensory mechanism known as echolocation to keep track of how both their fellow pod members and any potential prey. As the name suggests, they produce sounds which bounce off objects and return as echoes, allowing them to get an idea of their surroundings. Interesting in and of itself, of course, but what I find far more interesting is the recent research suggesting that BBs use a similar method to collect BTs. As you know, BB pods are designed to mimic the conditions inside a human womb, and are key to preserving the BB's connections with the world and the next. Well, recent research now suggests that BBs are capable of producing something not unlike a dolphin's sound waves. These pulses travel through the amniotic fluid and out the other side, bounce off BTs, and return as echoes, allowing a BB to ascertain the location of threats. Pretty cool, right? Hartman. Egyptian mummies, pyramids, etc. Who, Hartman, when, 3 years ago, where, Bridges HQ. At what point can it be said that man truly understood what it meant to die? It would seem reasonable to suggest that it was when he began to bury his dead, a practice which originated with the Neanderthals. In a way, one might say that our growing understanding of death drove our development as a species. Our fear of it, our attempts to conquer it. Why, it could be argued that entire history revolves around these obsessions. Take the Great Pyramids of Egypt, or the tombs of the ancient emperors of China. The more powerful the person, the bigger and grander their final resting place. Or, to posit a more radical theory, could the very concepts of power and society themselves have emerged solely to facilitate the creation of such monuments, such challenges to the finality of death? Either way, in leaving behind something they hoped might endure through the ages, the builders of these edifices believed that they too might live on forever. The mummies of the Egyptians are another The mummies of the Egyptians are another means by which man sought to fulfill this desire to escape the finality of death. They were created with the spiritual self, the Ka, would have a physical vessel, or Ha, to which it could return. The Soku Shinbutsu, or mummified monks of Buddhism, are similar in this respect. However, the monks in question aimed to transition straight from life to Buddhahood, in other words, to forego death altogether. But now that the beach has brought us into direct contact with the world beyond, our relationship with death must further evolve. The next stage in our understanding is upon us. You know, I'm gonna paste those out because, oh my god, that's so much reading. Anyways, I think that's all we have to do here. So, let's leave the private room and get back out on the road.
Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Thanks. Okay, there's nothing here for us. We can fabricate more equipment. I guess I should maybe replenish my stock of ladders. Our climbing anchors, we have another one. The PCCs I'm not worried about. Actually, I guess I could have taken a PCC too. I guess I'll make a PCC too. Seeing as, because everything is... Because materials are locked to each facility, it makes sense to fabricate them at our...
Have a pleasant journey.
At our most out-of-the-way places that we don't really come back to, and we're really not going to be making a lot of deliveries to Central, or to Capital. So it makes sense just to go ahead and make whatever we need, and get back out on the road.
Have a pleasant journey. Keep restrictions lifted.
And you'll see once we get access to our next location, the bases will be literally loaded with those signs. So, like, you'll just hear, like, a million, like, keep on keeping on.
Hello!
Whoops. Did I leave anything in this locker? I don't think I did, but we're gonna have to go that way anyways, so. Grab whatever we need from here, and then double back to there. You mentioned the babes we're seeing is closer to the spirit world in Japanese myth because they haven't settled into the world yet. I don't know how true it is, but I wonder if that's where Baby Ghost Detector came from. Kind of. They explain how, where BBs come from later. It's pretty weird. But it might have something to do with that belief.
I'm Sam!
Oh. So, when you're out in the world, if you yell, sometimes people will respond. And you can also respond to people too, I think. Like, if you just yell, sometimes people will respond to you, and that's cool. This is basically a game all about just thanking random people for, their devices and stuff. In a lot of ways, it feels a lot like, kind of like the Dark Souls co-op, where you don't really interact with anybody, or if you do, it's only for fleeting moments, and then you both go on your way. Most of the time. Yes.
You can access the share locker to collect it.
Oh, okay. Is there... No, there's just a bunch of ladders, which is nice. I don't need anything. Okay, there's nothing in this locker. Everyone is named Sam. Somehow. I'm always yelling, I'm Sam. We should all be yelling, I'm Sam, at all times of the day. But yeah, just a similar concept, right? So, you're, like, you interact with people's structures and stuff, but you never actually see anybody. Like, there's never a time when you interact with another player directly. But just with, like, their structures or their advice or something, it's really cool. And in a lot of ways, too, despite, just besides Dark Souls, it reminds me a lot of Dragon's Dogma, where that game is all about sharing your pawns with each other, and, like, they'll learn from the experiences that they have in other people's services and stuff. Really, when you think about it, Dragon's Dogma was the true first Strand-type game. Let's sprint up a hill. Surely nothing but wrong will happen. I'm gonna come back. So you see, I automatically gave it a like when I used it, but let's go ahead and give you some more likes.
This one's for you.
There you go. 280 likes. Enjoy. There we go. Just make sure to throw the rope back down in case we need to use it again. Make our way over to our other rope. Quickly stop off at the postal box to grab the equipment that we need to deliver to the station, and then we can finally make a delivery to the next, not. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no! Ridiculous amount of likes, as you should. Anybody who contributes a bunch of infrastructure should be rewarded a bunch of likes. I remember I painstakingly, like I said earlier, you can build roads for use with cars later, and I painstakingly built like so many roads, and thankfully people gave me lots of likes for it, because roads are incredibly useful. Oh my goodness, I really did think I was going to take a tumble. That may have actually killed me if I had actually fallen down, because that's like a 20-meter drop or something. That's not good to just take. It was definitely the roads, absolutely. I mean, roads are such a major infrastructure project. Like, it took me forever to cart all the resources to each different place, but the results were incredibly worth it. We've come so much to the highways, nice. Now, you know what? As long as this river's not red, I'm just gonna try to cross it. I think it only gets up to yellow.